Yo, what is good, everybody? Listen, I'm going to keep the intro short. I just want to say I hope everyone's having a great day. Alright, now, I recently made a pure Playmaker build. I wanted to have an ISO build that I can use mainly on 2s when I play with a stretch, and also maybe something I can bring to the 1v1 court a little bit. So, I was looking around at some pure Playmakers, slashing Playmakers, 2-ways, slashing sharps, everything. I was looking at every single build I could find on YouTube from the top ISO players, and this is the best build that I have found. So I'm going to show you guys how to make it, and I'm going to explain why I made it the way I did. So position, you're going to want to go with point guard because it gets you the most badges, and also if you're like a small forward or something, I think you can't get dimer or floor general, and that is something I need. I don't need it because I usually play with stretches, but it's something I would prefer to have. So the handedness, this is all you. I decided to go with left-handed just because I always make left-handed players. I actually flipped the coin because I didn't know what to go with, but that's besides the point. Jersey number, obviously, that doesn't matter. Now continue. So I was looking at the pie charts. I was looking at the mainly blue but a little bit green. I'm going to explain why I didn't make this one. I think Double H actually has this build. The reason I didn't make this is because to be able to speed boost off rip, you have to make him, I think, 6'3" with like a small wingspan. You could make him 6'4", but I think you have to go minimum wingspan, and that is not something I want to do. I want to be a little bit tall with a good enough wingspan. Minimum wingspan is not something I like to use on ISO players. If you guys know, last year my 2-way did have max wingspan. The other pie chart I looked at was the yellow-blue. Now, I must say this one is not bad. I know a few people that do have it. But with the wingspan that I wanted to go with, my mid-range ended up being like a 71. And my 3-point was like a 64 or something. And that is extremely low, especially for this year. Because the higher the shooting is, it's very crucial this year. It's not like last year where you could shoot threes with a 53-pointer. So I decided to throw this one in the scraps. This one does get contact dunks though. So if you want to max this to 99, you could look up a good build for this. It's not terrible, but it's not what I wanted to go with. So I sacrificed my contact dunks and I decided to go with the pure yellow pie chart. As you can see, off rip you get an 82 mid-range shot, a 75 3-point shot, 95 ball handle, okay? This build stats are very good. Now, the pie chart I went with was actually the speed vertical. Now, there is nothing wrong with the pure speed pie chart, but listen, one thing I will say, I started off with this pie chart, and at the end, I start off with an 89 speed. Now, when you get Gym Rat, that automatically gives you +5 speed, okay? So that leaves me at a 94. Plus, when my build is at 99, which it is not hard to keep ISO builds at 99, you actually get +5 speed again. So that's plus 10 speed added onto an 89, which makes it a 99 speed anyways. Plus your vertical, I may not have contact dunks, but it does help me with my park dunks, and I can dunk on people as if they're not even there. Now, it's not like a slasher or anything, but it does get the job done in the paint. That is one thing I do love about this build. So I decided to go with the speed vertical pie chart. Now, guys, I'm going to skip the part where I actually apply the attributes. Sorry, I couldn't speak there. And I'm just going to show you guys the attributes that I put on. So, I ended up getting 1 finishing, 16 shooting, 29 playmaking, and 7 defensive/rebounding badges. Now, one thing I will say, you might be iffy about the 1 finishing badge, but whenever this build is changed around with the weight, wingspan, whatever, height, you end up with an 84 driving layup, and then when you hit 99, you get an 89 driving layup. And I must say, that is more than enough. I green contact layups. I've been greening a lot of layups with only 1 finishing badge, and honestly, it is not that big of a deal. Okay, so I will say that. For the shooting, I went with 16 shooting badges, just because with the mid-range and 3-point attributes that I end with, you're going to want to have as many shooting badges as possible. Knowing this game, if you guys have been playing this game long enough, you know that shooting badges and hotspots are everything. For the playmaking, I went with 95 pass accuracy, 95 ball handle, which leaves me at 29 playmaking badges. Now, if you're strictly using this build for the 1v1 court, you don't have to go with 29 playmaking badges. You can maybe upgrade a little bit on your finishing. Because there's not really that many badge points to use on the 1v1, but I play 2s a lot, so needle threader, bailout, dimer, floor journal, all that, I'm also going to need stuff like that, so that's why I went with 29 playmaking, okay, and then the defense, I didn't upgrade my interior defense, but I did upgrade my block, and if you guys don't know, block, it gives you better block animations, obviously, but one thing people don't realize is the better block animation you get, the more shot contests you actually get in the paint, so if you click triangle and you have a high block, your guy's probably going to jump higher, get closer to the ball, which causes a better contest, so in a way, it is interior defense. perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, that's for obvious reasons. And defensive rebound, that helped me a lot with the badges, because as you can see, without the defensive rebound, I have 1 defensive badge that I maxed it out, and now I'm at 7. Okay, so for this, I went with build just because it looks the best. I mean, you could go with, slight kind of looks ugly, compact, and I don't know about all this, but I just went with build. This doesn't matter, of course. You can go burly, you can go whatever you want. This does not affect anything, but I went with build. So I was looking at the heights. I was debating whether 6'7" or 6'6". I decided to go with 6'6" because at 6'7" you get an 85 ball handle. But I put my wingspan a little bit up, so, I mean, you'll see that later. But I decided to go with 6'6", because you get an 89 ball handle right here. And your speed and stuff, your acceleration, it drops by 2, and your acceleration drops by 3. And I don't want that, so I'm going to stay at 6'6" to keep me at that 99 speed at 99 with Gym Rat. The weight, I decided to go with minimum weight just because the weight isn't really that important on this build. You don't have contact dunk, so you don't need strength. Your interior defensive post moves, no one really cares about that. You want as much speed and acceleration as possible because you are an ISO build. So the wingspan, I decided to go with 85.2. Now, you could go minimum wingspan, have a 76 three-pointer and 83 mid-range, and that's not that bad, I will say. However, I like to have a high wingspan because, especially for the 1v1 court interior defense, if I'm going up against the paint bees, I'm going to need everything in my, I'm going to want to have everything in my power. Plus, high wingspan, it gets you less contests, all that. So I decided to go with this, 77 mid-range, 72 three-pointer. That's not completely terrible. It's not ideal, but I've been shooting fine with it. I have all my hot spots, and honestly, it's been all right. Now, for the takeover. Sadly, you do only get playmaking and shot creating takeover choices for the way you made this build. You can get sharpshooting takeover, which is the one that I did want. However, you have to make like a 6'3" point forward with like low wingspan. I didn't want to do that, okay? Shot creating takeover, I have been using it a lot. It does help my jump shot a lot, obviously. I could also take fades at the mid-range. I can green some 3 fades. Honestly, shot creating takeover, there is no problem with it at all, and I can promise you guys that, okay? So I went with shot creating takeover, and this leaves you at a Playmaker, shades of John Wall, Jamal Murray, and D'Angelo Russell. Now, if you guys want to see gameplay of this build, you can go to my last video. I took him to the Rush 1v1 event. I didn't have all my badges. Actually, I didn't have basically any badges. I had like 4 playmaking, 1 shooting. But I was still doing fine with it. I dominated centers. I made people quit. I did everything. Now I'm going to show you guys the dunk animations and dribble moves that I use before I end this video. Alright, now to show you guys my SIGs. It's nothing too special, okay? My jump shot, I'm using jump shot 98. I was testing a bunch of customs with Tony Parker base because that does have a high green window. But personally, it's too slow for me, so I thought what worked with my two-way last year, and I thought of jump shot 98 because I was very good with it. So I'm just using pure 98, not in the customs, anything. Just buy it from the store and use it. Now for my dribble moves, dribble style quick, that doesn't really matter because it's all left stick. Moving crossover, Pro 2. Moving behind the back, Pro 3. Moving spins, I actually want to put basic 1. I don't know why I didn't have basic 1 on. Basic 1 spin is the best spin in the game for any guard. Moving hesitations, you want Pro 8. It doesn't really matter your hesitation because hezzies don't really do much this year. You don't really need to do hezzies. Size up, D rows, okay. Park size up, you don't need any park size ups bought. Basic size up packages, you want Pro 5. Same with these size up escape packages. This one gives you the Curry slide. If you don't have this equipped, you actually don't get the Curry slide, so, you know, do that. Triple threat styles, that does not actually matter. Now for the dunks, I do have a 70 dunk, so you can't really get much, but these are the best ones that I've found. Basic one-handers off 1 are pretty good. Quick drops off 1 are also pretty good. As you can see, they take off a little bit. And then reverses off 1, same thing here. They take off a little bit. They're a little bit quick. I don't get contact dunks in this build, but I do get pro alley-oops for whenever I take back doors or something, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see. And then, other than that, I did buy these 2 park dunk animations because these take you the farthest when you jump. And with the low driving dunk, you're going to want these because, again, like I said, they do make you take off. I would definitely recommend this. Now, if you guys want to see gameplay with this build right here, go check out my recent video, okay? I brought him to the 1v1 rush with minimum badges, and I still dominated. If you guys want to know, these are the badges I have on right now. Gold Hot Zone Hunter, Silver Range. I have Bronze Dimer, Hall of Fame Handlers for Days, Hall of Fame Quick First Step, Hall of Fame Unpluckable, and then defensive, I have Gold Intimidator, pick dodger on bronze. And then right here, I went with consistent finishers for whenever I mistime my layups. To prove to you guys that the shooting isn't that bad, okay? I've only been shooting mid-ranges right now. I haven't really taken to the 3 yet without my shot creating takeover. So this isn't terrible. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely was missing yesterday though on stream. Okay, but that was my fault. Okay, I take full responsibility for that. I was mistiming my shots. That's not on the build. That was on me. I have a hotspot in the paint too. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoy this build. Okay, I've having a lot of fun on it recently. It's a great build, honestly. Play with the stretch big. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not good with outros, you know that. But anyways, boys, peace out.